Hi guys, Jim Marcheco here. As you can see, we're down here drywalling a basement. I figured that I would take this opportunity to show you guys all how to do a drywall patch. Because, you know, everybody's got a hole in their drywall somewhere in their house. Whether a doorknob went through the wall, a broom handle, somehow you got a hole in your drywall. So I'm going to show you a quick, unique way how to do a drywall patch. So the patch I'm going to show you has a lot of different names. People call it a California hot patch. People call it a cold patch. We like to call it a lifesaver because it's efficient and easy to do. So I'm going to show you just how to cut this patch out and everything and put it in. This is what the patch looks like after it's cut. So what you have is you got a piece of drywall and we cut it and leave the paper all the way around it. That acts as your tape. We take it and we square the hole from the hole and it goes right in, and then we mud it in. So I'm going to show you how this process all happens right now. So what we're going to do first is we have another hole here, but just for fun, we're just going to make it a little bit bigger. Now you see you have a big hole in your drywall. So we're going to show you how to patch that. So we have set up patch templates. They're all different sizes for different size holes. And what we do first is we take our template and we stick it over our hole like so. And we just trace it out. So now you have lines around your hole that square up your hole. You don't necessarily need to use a template. You can use a tape measure and a level or square. So then what we do is we're going to cut this square. We're going to use an oscillating tool to do this. You don't necessarily need to use an oscillating tool. You can use a standard drywall keyhole saw. Some people even try to get away with using a knife. So we're just going to cut this out, just square it out. So once you got it cut, the drywall is going to come right out. And you just want to get it all out of the way. And now we're going to go to making the patch. You're going to take your piece of drywall, you're going to flip it over. We put our template on it and trace it, leaving an inch all the way around to act as our tape. Now again, like I said, if you don't have a template, you can measure it out. So now that we have our lines on the back side of the drywall, we're going to take our utility knife and we're going to cut these lines and we're just going to score them. So you score it, you snap the drywall. Now this is creating your tape on the other side because you're going to peel the drywall right off the paper. So now that paper acts as your tape as you go to patch. So we're just going to go all the way around this and we're going to repeat that process over and over again until we've got our square cut with at least an inch of paper hanging off of it to act as our drywall tape. Now the whole goal in this is to hope when you're done the patch actually fits and you don't have to do any trimming. So in this case, our patch is a little bit tight. So the easiest way to do this to make it fit is to just trim a little bit off of either the patch itself or the pre-cut hole that you made there. Either or works. The whole goal is to get the patch to fit in when you're done, like that. So now you have the patch like that. Now I'm going to show you both of these because I had this pre-cut out for you so you could see before we did it. And as you can see, both patches fit in like so. So now you got your wall patch. Now we're going to attach these patches. So what you need is some drywall compound and a knife. So here's the trick. The trick is that you don't need any paper. You don't need any screws. You don't need anything but some drywall mud now. So you're going to whip some mud all the way around your pre-cut hole, your square hole, just like so. We're going to do these both at the same time, just so you can see how it's done. And you want to get enough mud. The whole goal is to have enough mud back there because this is what's going to secure the patch. So once you get enough mud back there, all the way around, this is going to hold your patch in place. So now you're going to take your patches and you're going to get them back into their holes, and you're going to press this paper right into the drywall mud. It acts just like a bed coat when you're taping. And this is what's going to secure your patch. So now, once you get the patches set in place, you are going to take your drywall knife and you are going to smooth them with some pressure, and you're going to smooth all the mud out from underneath that you just put in there. And that is going to lock the patch in place. And you want to get all the stuff cleaned out, everything nice and smooth out of there, nice and tight, as we like to call it. Skin it nice and tight so that it bonds itself to the drywall. Now what we like to do is we like to put a quick coat over it because it's going to take you a few coats to get it to sandable and paintable. So we use a larger knife, and we just want to cover the patch for now, nice and smooth. And you know, you'll get better at this as you go. But you want to just cover the patch and feather it out and get it smooth. And then you want to repeat that process of coating over that patch about 3 times. And the wider you go, the easier it's going to be. And then you're going to sand it smooth, and then you'll be ready for paint, and you'll never see that patch. So that is basically how we patch something. We'll see you next time for another tip and trick.